Shalom. All praise is due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Recha Wadash. Double honors to like Apostle Bishops, Elders at Great Millstone, and we well. Shalom to like Ike out there doing this work in sincerity and truth, and not for vainglory, in season, out of season. Shalom to the elect men, women, sons, and daughters of the elect of the nation of Israel, which are the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom to the men, women, sons, and daughters of the elect of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that scattered through the four corners, which are the elect Israelites. All right? So I just wanted to bring this up because this will take place, when judgment is brought upon this earth by Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay? This is Luke 12 and 47. And it says, and that servant which knew his Lord's will, right? Because the men of the Israelite men, okay, which is so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Hispanics, the men that's doing this work, going out in the highways and byways at the camps, okay, I'll speak of a Great Millstone first, and then all the other camps, going out on the highways and byways, the camps, speaking, okay, all right, reading scriptures, bringing out the prophecies, doing the shows, putting them up on YouTube and in other platforms, okay. We are the servants of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, okay. Everybody in the planet Earth is a servant to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, even the so-called white man. He's just his wicked servant, okay. But I'm talking about the men that go out there and prophesy at the camps, okay? All right? Israelite men, all right? And that servant which knew his and knew his Lord's will, knew the will of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all right? To go out there and to do the work. Study, pray, okay? And prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. Okay. It says, but he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom man have committed much, of him they will ask the more. So, if you came in this truth, when the Most High Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, the deliverer, which is Yahweh Shai, when he brought you in his truth, right? And you didn't do it, and you left the truth, all right? And you're not doing what you're supposed to do in this truth, and then you wind up leaving the truth, guess what? You're going to be beaten with many stripes. It's going to be, when judgment comes, it's going to be triple times hard on you. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai really going to put it on you, yo. He's really going to put it on you. Because why? Because you knew Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai's will. All right? But you said, well, you know what? I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do my thing. And guess what? You know what? I don't want to do this no more. I'm going to leave the truth. Well, guess what? Most High really going to put the ass whooping on you. Okay? All right. He's really, really, really going to give it to you. Okay. All right. But he that knew not, yeah, your 2/3 so-called Negro, Latino, Hispanic, Native Americans, you know, they don't know. All right. Because they walk by, but they see the prophets, but they see not. They hear the prophets at the camp, starting with Great Millstone, starting with the apostles, bishops, elders, and brothers, but they hear not. Okay, so they can't see nor hear or perceive the word of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, you know, and the rest of these, you got so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans here in America, and all over the world, but they don't know the work. They don't know what to do. They don't. They can't get it. Okay. They just living their regular so-called life. Okay, which we ain't living in this damn society. Here in America, we ain't living. We just existing, like the Apostle Gabal always says. We just existing, man. We ain't. This is not living. This is just existing. How can you live under the so-called white man? Okay. All right. When you constantly being harassed 24 hours a day. Okay. By this unrighteous decree that they prescribe, that they write up. They think to do wickedness every day. Okay. And that's in the scriptures. Okay. You're living in the ghettos and slums. You got to get high. You got to get drunk just to deal with the everyday things that's going on. But they're going to be beaten with few stripes. They're going to get punished. They're going to get judged. But it's not going to be as bad as the servant that knew Yahweh Shai as well. Okay. All right. They're going to get it double, man. So if you leave this truth and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, okay, if you lukewarm, and that goes for me too, man. Okay. We'll be beaten with many stripes. All right. Okay. So the dudes that left this truth, hey, man, they should be very afraid because they're going to get it double. They're going to really get it. See, because when you leave this truth, you bring Yahweh Shai to an open shame, man. All right. And there's scriptures that go into that. It's better that that person didn't know the Lord. It's best that he was just a regular so-called Negro, Latino, Native American out in the world, just doing whatever, wickedness, than to know the truth of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, this word. Okay. So, hey, that's serious. Okay. So I hope you've been edified, and with that, shalom.